This is Valley News Live at 6.
Continued dry conditions across North Dakota and Minnesota have prompted burn bans and red flag warnings. Many counties are desperate in need of rain.
Farmers here in the Red River Valley are hoping for some and as they begin their spring planting. As Valley News Team's Bailey Hurley learned today, the drought-like conditions haven't raised concerns of a bad harvest yet.
Right now, I'm pretty optimistic.
Farmers in the Red River Valley say it's still a little too early to be worried about the recent dry conditions, saying our clay-like soil still has some moisture in it, unlike the more sand-like dirt out west.
Typically on a dry year, we can do okay in the valley. Once you get out west, out of the valley, in western North Dakota, when things get dry, things get pretty ugly.
The old saying is, plant in dust, your bins will bust. Plant in mud, your crop's a dud. But that doesn't mean local farmers aren't hoping for just a little bit of rain.
If it don't rain, well, the bins won't bust because there won't be nothing in them. Because the drier we are, it seems like the wind blows and then the dirt starts to move and we have no control.
If we got anywheres from, ½ inch up to an inch, that'd be probably just about perfect.
Both say while they know they don't really have a say, 2 or more inches of rain would be too much, which could create a messy rest of the spring.
I will take it drier than wetter. I don't like digging mud out of stuff and plugging stuff up, and I don't like being covered head to toe in mud. I don't like getting stuck in the mud. I don't like driving in the mud. I don't want to have anything to do with mud.
Both adding, so far, everyone is still holding on to hope for a healthy harvest. Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
John Duvall say that while it's tough to plan for a drought, they can mitigate the dry conditions by adjusting how deep they plant their crops.
What a wonderful stretch of weather we've experienced over the last 3 days. And tonight it's going to be nice out there, so try and get out and enjoy it. Hutch is here to explain. Hey, Hutch.
Andrea, good evening. Hope everyone had a chance to enjoy those 70 to near 80 degree readings as we head through the weekend and into our work week. We're seeing increasing clouds and a few sprinkles showing up out to the east as we do have changes pushing their way in. Most of those sprinkles are not making their way down to the ground. Temperatures range from 82 in Watertown, 66 Detroit Lakes. It's 55 in Langdon this hour. Cooler air from the north and west will be punching into the valley now, so enjoy while you can. The wind gusty over 30 miles per hour in Grand Forks and Fargo and Jamestown this hour. We'll be in the 50s after sunset tonight. Still breezy overnight, 15 to 25 miles per hour as we cool off. Clouds will yield some showers for some of us as early as tomorrow evening. I'll have details on where and when the best chance of rain will be, but it does look like before the end of the next 7 days, our entire viewing area will have had a chance of seeing at least a little bit of moisture. Hour by hour forecast details in a few moments.
Okay, thanks, Hutch.
A Moorhead man has been sentenced to serve 2 years in federal prison for his involvement in the Fargo riots in May of 2020. Jonathan Montanez was also sentenced to 3 years of supervised release. The U.S. Attorney's Office says he was one of several people who jumped on top of an occupied Fargo police vehicle and caused extensive damage to it. He also provoked other protesters to become violent and destructive. Officers were injured and the riots caused thousands of dollars in damages to businesses in downtown.
1 year has passed since 19-year-old Destiny Avery was killed in Moorhead. Destiny had been missing since April 3rd of 2020 and was later found dismembered at a local landfill. 4 people are charged in her death. Andrea Payne recently pleaded guilty and will be sentenced in May. Brandon Erbstasser was given a plea deal. David Erno has pleaded guilty in the case and will be sentenced in 2 weeks. And Ethan Broad pleaded guilty in January to murdering and dismembering Destiny, but at his sentencing in February, he withdrew his plea.
A pickup truck has been recovered from the Red Lake River after a woman suffered a medical episode while driving. Police got the call on Friday about a woman who walked into the Crookston Public Library. She was all wet. She stated that she drove her vehicle into the river. Well, we can report tonight she is out of the hospital.
About 100 people rallied at the North Dakota Capitol this morning protesting masks and mask mandates. They say they're gathering to show lawmakers they support a House bill that would make it illegal for government entities to enact mask mandates. The bill passed the House with a very slim margin, and with a no-pass recommendation by a Senate committee, that leaves the bill's future looking fairly bleak.
The recent stimulus bill has helped fund vaccine distribution in Minnesota. U.S. Senator Amy Klobuchar says she was among those in Washington who helped secure the funds through the American Rescue Plan Act. The $1.9 trillion stimulus package also included money for testing and contact tracing. The senator also emphasized that the vaccine is safe.
The vast majority of doctors and nurses are getting this vaccine, and we're proud of what's been going on in Minnesota in terms of the numbers.
Now, Senator Klobuchar says that communities just need simpler procedures for people to get the vaccine. You can find more information by going to the website that's on your screen, mn.gov/COVID/vaccine, or you can call the hotline at 833-431-2053.
Minnesota Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan is now considered fully vaccinated. She received her second dose of the Moderna COVID vaccine in St. Paul this afternoon. Flanagan thanked everyone after getting her shot, then said she was going to hug her mom.
North Dakotans ages 16 and up can get the vaccine with no appointments necessary. Essentia Health will be holding a few walk-in clinics this week. They're scheduled for tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday from 1 to 7 p.m. at the former Gordman's building. There's going to be a limited number of Johnson & Johnson vaccines, but only for tomorrow. If you want to set up an appointment for a later date, log on to our website at valleynewslive.com and click on this story. Meanwhile, Clay County Public Health is offering the vaccine to everyone ages 18 and up. They'll be holding a vaccine clinic tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 2:15 in the afternoon, and on Wednesday from 9 in the morning to 1:15 p.m. It's going to be at the Yumcomb Center. You can find a link to set up an appointment on our website.
It's not too late to pick up your dress or a tux for prom. It's happening this year at many schools, but there will be some changes since we are still in a pandemic. At Fargo's Grand March events, each couple will be given 4 spectator tickets, and the gym will fill to 50% capacity. West Fargo will have a grand march, dance, and post-prom party. Each senior will receive 2 tickets, underclassmen 1. Moorhead will not be able to host a dance as part of prom because of the state's restrictive rules. The number of attendees allowed at indoor events is lowered as well. All of these prom events do require a mask.
And some sad news tonight for Maroon 5 fans in the Valley. The group's concert that was scheduled at the Fargo Dome has been canceled. It was rescheduled to August 6th after its 2020 tour dates were canceled because of the pandemic. For ticket refund information, log on to our website, valleynewslive.com.
Later on Valley News Live at 6, how Derek Chauvin's former boss described Chauvin's handling of George Floyd.
Breezy but beautiful weather continues to start the work week, but the next 7 days look unsettled, and many of us will have had a chance of some precipitation before the week's end. I'll have details in your hour-by-hour forecast coming up right after this.